I've got most of the foam in. As you can see, it looks terrible right now, but I'll trim that off. HD. Yep. Shepherd Visor's keeping an eye on me. So I'll get that trimmed off flush, and then I'll bring the insulation foam right down to it and seal between those two. And that should stop anything from coming up. Again, it's messy, but once I trim it, there's my window. Well, I'm looking for a 12 by 24 sliding glass window, RV window. I should have bought all four that the guy had at 25 bucks a piece. That's how much I paid for this window. $25. The center section cranks out and got a screen behind it. I haven't done up here yet because I got to get underneath there and support it because that's just too wide for the foam, nothing to stick to. I've got getting ready to grind these off, all the places that I filled the holes. As you can see, all the holes are now filled. And I pushed enough down through there so that it comes out the bottom side. Let's see. Then I've got to, I can put the foam in, but I'm going to have to get my electrical layouts done first so I know where everything is coming out at so I can run my wiring. My wiring is going to be running across the top here. There's going to be a channel right here for the wiring because this here will all be under behind cabinets until I get to about here, which is about right here. That's where the bed starts, somewhere in here. So what I'll do, anything that's over there, I'll bring around this side. There's already a panel up here. You can see it right here. And the wires can be run behind that. So it's coming together. Got a nice breeze today. It's not super hot, which is nice. Looks like I'm going backwards, but I'm going forwards slowly. I've got a wire over here that came up to these overhead lights that were in here. I've got to trace that and see where it goes to, and where, because it's the power line coming in. So it goes up front there somewhere. I got to trace that out and see where it gets to. My stabilization jacks came in, but I'm not going to be able to permanently affix them because they'd be too low to the ground. So I'll just keep them up front and get them out when I need them. Alright, going to do some grinding. I'm going to let this foam set overnight because the thicker the foam, the longer it takes for the center to set up. I had a blowout back there which dropped some on the ground, and my thumb went into it and it was still sticky on the inside, so I'm going to let it set overnight. I'll come back and trim all this off, and it'll look, and I'll probably spray undercoating here on top and bottom. That'll keep any air from deteriorating it. So of course I'm going to insulate the wheel wells and just most of my electrical wire. Whew. Seems like a long way to go. Just after I finished the shuttle bus, a few days later sold it. So I'm not going to have enough money to finish this, but I just keep plugging away every month, buy some new stuff every month, and hopefully sign business can get rolling here. I've got the money set aside for my full color machine, so as soon as I get a place to put it, then I'm going to go ahead and order it and get it in, and that way I can start producing the full color decals and stickers and small partial wraps and things like that. T-shirts, full color t-shirts, koozies. Alright, got a bird chirping like crazy out here. Alright, I'll bring you back in a while. Okay, the holes are filled. forgot to sand that one down, but it's smooth. And this is as far as I'm going to do with that, because it has a 1/4 inch VLP flooring over it. So next major project is installing that window over here. I'm working on the layouts now to see exactly where it's got to go. That's the next major project. Well, I've been a little busy today, working as usual. As you can see what I'm working on. And see, you can see there's some nice cuts there. Well, I use my little knife over here to trim it and sharpen it every few minutes. And you can see where I've trimmed off the foam flush, so when I bring the insulation foam down, I can seal it right there. And I'll be back in a second to show you what it looks like finished. What you do with the foam is you put one light coat of undercoating on it, let it dry, then put a second coat of undercoating on it, and it won't eat up the foam. If you just spray on a heavy coat, it'll eat up the foam. Got my support jacks here, so when I park it, I can take out all the movement from the springs. Getting ready to come over to this side and do some work. Getting close. Then I get to go underneath the trailer and trim it and spray down there. Alright, stick with me.